Charlie Shrek claimed the best figures of his Kent career as his side made the most of a bowler-friendly pitch to get on top of Derbyshire on the second day of their LV County Championship match in Derby. An excellent unbroken ninth wicket stand of 64 had seen Kent recover from 147 for 7 to 238 for 8 on the first day of this contest. That recovery had been led by Matt Coles with a 50, and he added to that by sending the second ball of day 2 for a 6. He was going for it early on, and in an extraordinary opening over, Coles dragged a ball from Wes Durston out to Tony Palladino. Coles was out for 57 and left his side 6 runs shy of an invaluable second batting bonus point. Mark Davis ensured his side achieved that. At one point on the first day, even a single batting point for Kent looked unlikely. The innings was over when Davis produced a shot you won't see in too many coaching manuals. He went for 29 but had helped his team to a first innings total of 265. Derbyshire then made a bad start to their reply, losing their captain Wayne Madsen, who nicked Shrek to James Treadwell with only 1 run on the board. Kent's opening attack of Shrek and Davis was perfectly suited to the conditions, and so life was pretty uncomfortable for the Derbyshire batsmen early on. Matt Lineker and Usman Khawaja had to work extremely hard for their runs against these two bowlers, who were giving very little away. The momentum had shifted towards Kent the moment that Coles had come to the crease on the previous evening, and it was still with the visitors. Even more so when Khawaja tried to release the pressure but edged Shrek to Treadwell again to go instead for 19 at 37 for 2. Shrek, now heading towards the end of a long spell, then had Lineker held at first slip by Mike Powell in his next over, before Coles came on and removed Dan Redfern for a golden duck, Sam Northeast with the slip catch this time. To absolutely ensure that it was their morning, Kent then had their hosts 5 down with just 51 runs on the board when Davis trapped the dangerous Durston in front with the last ball of the morning session. The afternoon session could hardly have started any better for Kent either. Before a run had been added, on loan Richard Johnson was bang in front to Darren Stevens for a single. A break for rain didn't hold Kent back either, and on the resumption, John Clare tried to hit a ball from Davis into next week, only to sky it to Geraint Jones. Then, when Stevens had Palladino caught by Jones, Derbyshire were in a sorry state on 93 for 8, and the follow-on target of 116 was still some way off. Kent may have been able to enforce it had Tim Groenewald not been spilled by Powell at first slip. Moments later, Groenewald slashed the ball from Coles over the slips to at least remove the follow-on from the equation. Groenewald's 23 was the second best score of the innings. He fell after sharing in a ninth wicket stand of 35 with top scorer David Wainwright, Shrek claiming his 4th wicket with a catch behind. And it was 5 for Shrek 2 balls later, as the man who used to play along the A52 at Trent Bridge had turn at LBW. Shrek had finished with figures of 5 for 41 as Derbyshire were all out for 132, and that gave Kent a first innings advantage of 133 runs, one which Rob Key was soon adding to. More wickets were to come though. Northeast was legged before to Palladino for 6. Ben Harmison went in the same way for 5 after struggling for 45 minutes at the crease. And Brendan Nash was bowled by a rather excited Turner for 3, leaving Kent on 43 for 3. The majority of those runs had been scored by Rob Key, and he continued to dominate proceedings for the remainder of the day. He was well aware that a big innings from him now would give his side a great chance of winning a game which would open the promotion race right up. Key eased to his 50 and ended the day still there on 63. That's been made out of a total of 93 for 3, which has put Kent in a very good place indeed. They go into the second half of this match already 226 runs ahead and with 7 second innings wickets still in the bank.